Chris, what's up? Thank you so much for being here today with me.
No problem, man. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Awesome. So I mean, just to kind of dive right into it, what has been kind of the best result for you from working together?
I would definitely say the best result for me working with you is it takes a lot of pressure off of me trying to have to go and look for a beat. I mean, even though you have a catalog for the beats already, it's a little bit easier because instead of me having to browse through 30 different people that make beats, I have this one sure person. And even let's say, for instance, you put a catalog and I'm like, well, Ange, can you do this beat a specific way? Then you also can go in and engineer the beat a specific way to a specific sound of how I like. So that definitely makes it's more convenient. More convenient and adds more creativity and I would say fluency.
Awesome. No, I'm happy to hear that. I think like the custom beats have been the biggest change for you because there's something I hear a lot is with YouTube beat or like BeatStars, you kind of have to mold yourself to the beat. But when it's like custom, the beat is molded to you, to your sound.
Right.
Yeah. So that's really the goal, like for me. It's kind of to have that convenience and also like, curate your sound. Um, was there like a specific feature that you liked the most about working together?
I would say it might sound minor, but I'll probably say communication.
Mm,
Um, communication. I'll probably say understanding. You're a very understanding person, and I would say I like the quality that you do as well with your work.
thank you.
Um, for real, like for real, it's
Hmm.
really really good quality work. Like I can definitely tell that you really put a lot of time and effort into what you do. So I would definitely say those three things, and yeah, most definitely those three things. Like that's probably like the biggest things that really just stand out with me working with you, and then your energy and all those things as well.
No, I appreciate that. And I mean, you said communication was minor, but I think it's a big thing. Like being able to have that like open communication when, let's say something can't be done by a certain date that we said, but like you just being open, right? And being able to like I can be understanding if you just like, tell me what's up. It's when people don't say anything for like a long period of time and they kind of disappear. Then it's more difficult to be understanding, right?
Yeah,
So that's something that I like love about working with you is like you're just super communicative. And you always tell me what's up. So yeah, I think that's a kind of a good part of our relationship as well. Um, it was if there was one, what would have been the obstacle that would have prevented us from working together?
um so if there was any obstacle and it necessarily doesn't have anything to do with you, it'd be more so on my end. um I would probably say on the sorry about that. I would
Uh-huh.
probably say on the probably the payment end. And like I say, that's not on you. That's just more so of the things that I have going. But even with that wasn't too much of an obstacle either because you even know how to work well with clients who may, have their finances tied and stuff like that. So I honestly I can't really say anything. Like, I mean, I guess maybe that, but I can't really say that because you're very easy to work with. So
No, I appreciate that because I think going back to when we first started working together, which I think was like almost a year ago. I think it was that December or November last year. Um, from what I remember, you were just super transparent with like your situation, and I think that kind of goes back to the communication aspect, right? Like,
yeah,
if you were like avoiding that kind of question or you didn't want to talk about like the resources aspect, it would have been way more difficult for us to come up with a plan that worked for both of us. Um,
right.
but you weren't. You were like I said, you were super transparent. So yeah, I think, on your end, like you definitely did a good job of being like upfront versus I think a lot of people would have kind of shied away from that. And that would have been what could have prevented us from working together, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So, that's all like really good stuff. I feel like you're kind of giving me like a glowing recommendation right now. So if there was like one thing that, I can do to improve my service, like what would that be?
Um, Honestly, I really honestly, me personally, I really can't think of anything. I think you're doing a good job of that already. You know what I'm saying? I think you're doing a good job of when you came out with the school and the the community where everybody could communicate with each other, and you're doing good with the classes. I think you have a great catalog. Um so I mean, honestly, it's sort of hard for me to say. I mean, and I'm quite sure you're gonna eventually like come out with like more websites and stuff. So I mean, it's really nothing for me to. Uh, there's nothing that I can think of in this very moment, or I
Mhm.
have thought of that could, that you could improve on. Not saying that there aren't things, but I'm just saying there's nothing I can think of.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I kind of put you on the spot there, so that's fair. But I appreciate what you said too, because I think, always trying to like continuous improvement is a huge thing for me, is like getting 1% better each day. So I know you feel the same about like personal improvement and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I appreciate that. And I think something we kind of see eye to eye on as well. So last question really is like, would you recommend Beats by Ange?
Yes, I definitely would recommend Beats by Inch. I would tell anybody, hey, this is a wonderful person to work with. Like I say, you really are a wonderful person to work with. Very upfront, very genuine. Like I said before, communication skills are very good. Quality work. I mean, it's really not much more you can ask for than those things. Like honestly, there's really not nothing more you can ask for. You're very reasonable with your prices. I mean, it's just
Awesome. No, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm so awesome, like stoked to be working together. And I can't wait to get onto our next project too. So, I mean, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I would just say I'm looking forward to our next project as well. I definitely would be looking forward to our next project. I think that's going to be very cool, and definitely going to have some ideas. And hopefully our next project we can do instead of like, just a song or something like that, it could be like an entire project.
Yeah, that would be super cool. I'm down for that. We should, yeah. We can talk about that more kind of off this, but yeah, is it cool with you actually if I put a snippet of Master Plan at the end of this?
Yes, I'm totally fine with it.
Awesome. And I'll drop the link in the description. So yeah, I mean, it's been great chatting with you, Chris. I can't wait, like we both said, to get into more stuff, but I appreciate your time and you like sitting down and chatting with me today, and best of luck with all of your career in music as well.
Thank you, and I wish the same as well for you. And like I said, I definitely recognize the efforts. Definitely am grateful for the experience we've had with each other, and hopefully continually, as we work with each other, we can continue to grow together and just become even better together.
Yeah, awesome. Kudos to that. All right. Well, it's great chatting with you, and we'll talk soon.
All right.